Look at the sun, it's now nice and colorful, and on fire. Thanks for watching. If you have an idea, make sure you leave a comment. This commenter wrote in my last video to try and see what would happen if every planet in the solar system was the size of the sun. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. I feel like this is gonna be a good one. So after quickly changing all of the planet sizes to the suns, we can resume the simulation. And already something very strange is happening. The Earth is glowing. That can't be good. Earth has been completely decimated, and that's all that's left of the solar system now. And Uranus is completely black now. Pause. Neptune has also suffered the same fate. Okay, let's see how the sun has held up after all of this. It seems the sun and Jupiter are now playing a very dangerous game together. I'm surprised they haven't blown up yet. Let's check on Mars. And weirdly, Mars now looks very similar to our sun. This commenter asked what would happen if Earth had more suns. Let's see what this would look like. Let's go ahead and bring the other in. Here we go. Nothing seems to have changed at first, but look. Earth is being dragged towards the new sun. Maybe it will start to orbit it? Okay, the Earth is getting pretty warm now. It might be getting a bit too close. And just like that, we are incinerated. We can see the solar system is in pieces now. Let's go a step further. Here's 4 suns. Once we speed it up, we can see Earth is in one piece, surprisingly. However, we have just been launched out of the solar system. Upon closer inspection, the Earth has also been boiled and turned white. I wonder if anything has survived. This commenter wrote asking to make Neptune a mini black hole. Let's see what would happen, shall we? So here's Neptune. Such nice colors, by the way. Shame we're gonna ruin them, so here's the black hole with the mass of just one of our suns. Let's place it inside Neptune and see what happens. So instantly, we see Neptune become atomized and completely disappear without a trace. Now let's speed up and see what happens to the solar system. However, because the black hole is so small, it actually does nothing to us and just leaves, thankfully, but I have other plans. Let's try a black hole with the mass of 4 million suns. Here it goes. Within an instant, the entire solar system has been vaporized, reduced to atoms. Look how much bigger this black hole is. These commenters both wanted to see some serious changes to Mars. Let's make that happen. First of all, we need to find the habitable zone for Mars to allow life to form. The zone can be seen as the green band. So let's get started. Let's delete our Mars and replace it within the special zone with Earth. Let's put the simulation in super speed to allow Mars to warm up to habitable temperatures. Now Mars is a nice temperature. Let's slow down the simulation and make some changes. We can already see that water has formed on the planet thanks to its new temperature. However, let's add some of our own. We are also going to throw some oxygen onto Mars to help the chances of life increase. And finally, we are going to increase the atmosphere to that of Earth. Now we can see Mars looks a bit purple, but now the similarity to Earth is 77% and the chance of life is 31%. That's amazing. This commenter suggested making all the planets in the solar system the same size. Let's see what this looks like. Since I've already tried making them all the same size as the sun, let's make them all the same size as Jupiter. And already, not much has changed in the solar system. Let's check on Earth. We can see the poles have gathered much more ice than normal. Oh no, we can see lots of the world has become flooded. We can now walk to the South Pole from South America. But yeah, overall, the Earth is not looking too good. Let's check on our neighbor Mars. Okay, Mars looks a lot worse off than us. They are frozen and on fire. Let's see what would happen if we melted all the ice now. Look how much water is on Mars now. Mars now actually has a chance of life. Wow. This commenter wants to see the Earth and Moon swap places and sizes. Let's make this happen. Let's hope we can survive this one. First of all, we're gonna change the sizes just to see what this is going to do in this first simulation. After changing the sizes and unpausing the simulation, we can see that the Earth now actually orbits the Moon, which is quite cool to see. However, these changes have meant that the chance of life on Earth is now only 5%. This time we're going to place the Moon where the Earth is, and the Earth where the Moon is, and change their sizes to each other. Once this is done, we can resume the simulation and see what happens. Well, it just looks like they both had an argument. However, the chance of life is slightly greater in this simulation. This commenter asked to see what Mercury would look like at 3 times the size of Jupiter. This gets crazy, so stick around to see the result. So here's our current Mercury, nothing too special going on. So here we go, let's make Mercury 3 times that of Jupiter. Okay, so, not much happened at 3 times the size, other than he looks like he went on a slight bulk. Thankfully, I know how to make these things interesting. Let's make Mercury 30 times the size of Jupiter. And after resuming the simulation, we can see Mercury has transformed into a gigantic spinning rainbow, which is quite amazing to look at. But if I'm being honest, this isn't good enough. Let's multiply the size by 10. Okay, I think Mercury might have taken the bulk a little too far. It's now so heavy it's pulling the sun. Let's multiply it by 10 again. He's now glowing extremely bright. That can't be good. Let's multiply it by 10 again. Mercury is now emitting some shockwaves